So today in this video, we're going to talk about how to take your customer from low ticket to back end, high ticket or mid ticket. And that's the exact same process I used to make over $20 million on my last business, which I exited for 7-figure. And to show you a proof, I'm doing the same thing right now as well. This is one of my account right now. As you can see that we have customer coming in every day. So those are all low ticket buyers. And then we have people buying high ticket, mid ticket from us every day. As you can see, yesterday we did $4,000. Today we're going to do even more. As you can see, we have done last 7 days, $14,000. Last 4 weeks, $44,000. We do even more. Last 12 months, $400,000. And we're growing and we're going to keep growing. Now that the proof is out of the way, let's talk about how to take your customer from low ticket to back end, high ticket or mid ticket or whatever you want to call it. So quickly, first of all, what is a low ticket? Well, low ticket is an offer that you typically sell it for low price, typically less than $97. You may have a book, you may have a course, template, prompts, whatever you may be selling, but it's typically a low priced offer that's less than $97. And then you're trying to get them to upgrade to mid ticket or high ticket or to your back end product or to your mastermind, whatever you're selling. Now, there are many ways to take them from front end low ticket to the back end high ticket, but I'm going to tell you some of the ways and some of the best ways and the bad ways and what to do, what not to do. So the first way that people typically do is that they have a low ticket offer, something like book, like kind of like this. And then what they do is that they take them through upsells. So they buy the upsells, right? And then right after they buy the upsells, on the thank you page, you ask them to book a call. Now, this call may be positioned differently. You may say like, hey, this is an onboarding call. We're going to help you set up your account. We're going to help you make sure you got everything. Or some people may just be like, hey, this call is for us to sell you into this new thing, sell you into this backend, sell you into this mid ticket, right? Whatever you may be doing. It's like you may be direct or non-direct, right? There's two ways. You can be direct, which is that, hey, we have this thing for $5,000. If you are interested, book a call. Or you can be non-direct, saying that, hey, we would love to set up your account. I know you just bought it. As a thank you, we're going to hop on a call with you and we're going to set this up for you. That's more of a non-direct approach. So you can do whatever you want. It's totally up to you. But for me, the direct approach has been more successful because when you do a direct approach, less people actually waste your time because you're not hopping on a call with people that just want the information. They're there to like waste your time many times, right? You're talking to people who are interested, who want to buy your back-end high ticket program. And that makes it super easy and super efficient. And there is one metric that is really important if you have a sales team, which is dollar per lead. And dollar per lead is very, very important. And the more people that hop on a call with you and the more they buy, the higher the dollar per lead is going to be. So which means that if you had 10 people book a call and then let's say 8 people buy from you, the dollar per lead is going to be high. But let's say if you had 10 people book a call, but only like 2 people buy from you, the dollar per lead is going to be less. So that's how it works. So you want the dollar per lead to be high because if you have a high dollar per lead, which means your sales team is going to make more money and you have a good business. If your sales team is not making money, then they're not going to be working for you for long. So you should be worried. But yeah, the non-direct approach typically has a less dollar per lead. And if you are doing a non-direct approach, or if you are planning of doing a non-direct approach, then what you should do is you should have a setters. What setters do is setters filter, right? So if you have non-direct bookings, then have them book with the setter. And then what setter are going to do is that they're going to set up the account. They're going to make sure everything is good. And then at the end of the call, they're going to be like, hey, are you interested on this, what we have? And if they say they're interested, then the setters are going to book the call with the closers. When they book a call with the closers, and then closers are going to close the deal. So this is a 2-call close. Now you're going to have more people booking the call with you, but the intent is going to change. So the intent the first time booking the call was they just wanted to learn more. The second time is they're now wanting to join the high ticket program. Okay, so the intent changes. So the second process of taking them from low ticket to back and high ticket is basically you can do a pay per call. In the low ticket upsell, when they go through the upsell, you can be like, hey, it's a 30 minutes call. We're going to help you do XYZ. So let's say if it's a piano, right? Hey, I'm the expert. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to review your piano practice. I'm going to give you feedback for 30 minutes. And I typically charge, let's say $300 per hour. But today for you, it's going to be $100 or something. But today for you, it's going to be, let's say $50. So they pay money to hop on a call with someone from the team. And it's the same idea as the one up here. The difference is that you're getting paid, and then you're also getting people who are willing to pay. And then the other thing is that the time is not wasted. You can have one of your team member, you can pay them, let's say $45 an hour. You can pay them to hop on a call and they can give them the feedback. And some people, like I would say not all of them, but let's say out of 10 people, like 2 or 3 or 4 people may be interested. Like, hey, I give you feedback. How do you like it? Do you like this? Do you want to do this more? Do you want to do more of this? Then, hey, we have a program. It's going to be so and so. If you're interested, we can hop on our next call. And then you can take them to the now second call, which is the call with the closers. And then you can close them to your backend high ticket program. This is super effective as well. I like it. It doesn't waste time, and you also kind of make money. If you can actually, let's say, charge like, $100 to $200 per call, that's even better, because the more money you charge, the better it is, the more money you're going to make, because every call you hop on, you actually make money. I would recommend, if you want to do this, if you can make it convert in the funnel, that would be nice. Sometimes people make this upsell number one, like right after they buy, the upsell number one is like, hey, do you want to pay for our time to give you feedback? And then you have upsell number 2, and then upsell number 3, and then upsell number 4. That's possible too. When you do this, having a call booking on the thank you page becomes a little weird, because you just offered a paid call for 30 minutes, and then on the thank you page you're like, hey, we have now free call, and that doesn't make any sense, and people are gonna be confused, like, now you have a free call but I had to pay for it. It just gets a little confusing. All right, I say if you're gonna do a paid call, they had to pay, then I say only do paid call. Like, everything in your company has to be a paid call. If you're going to do free call, then just make it free call. It's just going to be confusing if you're doing like 2 or 3 different things in the company, in the business, in the funnel. So the third process is mid-ticket. So MTO is mid-ticket offer. What you can do is that mid-ticket directly to book a call. And this is what I did. This is what I did on my last real estate offer. And this is what made me, I would say, millions of dollars. At some point, I was doing about $700K a month, and we were doing 30-40% profit margin. It was pretty good. And this is the process that I used personally, and I liked it. So the mid-ticket offer that we had was $497, so it was $500. As soon as they buy, the upsell number 1 was literally book a call, and it was free. And they booked a call with the closer. We had I would say 50-60% booking rate. So almost everybody booked a call. I wouldn't say almost everybody, I would say almost everybody, because we sent them an email afterwards, and then they booked a call more from email. So we actually had 70% plus call booking rate. And that can happen because we had a mid-ticket offer. When people pay more, they pay attention. And that is so true. If you can get someone to pay you $500 for a course for a mid-ticket offer, then they're gonna book a call for the back end. Once they book a call, you also have more qualified people, and these are the people that are gonna buy your high ticket as well. So this model worked really, really well for us. Okay, people liked it. People booked a call with us. We were bringing mid-ticket sales in the front end, working fantastic, and it still works fantastic because I sold the business and the new owners are running it. So if you have the ability and if you have the means to do it, right, and if your business model and if your niche and industry allows it, then I think you should go for the mid-ticket offer. So the next process is low-ticket offer to no calls on the funnel. But then what you can do is that you have calls on the email and then on the members area, and then you also have calls, meaning you literally call them. So that's another way of doing it, which basically what it does is that if you don't ask them to book a call on the front end funnel, then what happens is that you can sell more now. You're not pressured to get them to book a call, right? You're not like in a hurry to get them to book a call. When that happens, your front end funnel is gonna be more profitable. That's a fact, because you can now sell different product. You can stop worrying about all those things. This would help your front end funnel. Let's say your ROAS is 0.5x, right? It can help you sell more product in the front end and be more profitable in the front end. If you are gonna do this, then I say definitely do it. The way it works is that now when they buy after, let's say 1 day or 2 days, right? You're gonna start emailing them. You're gonna say like, hey, we have this thing. If you're interested, you should book a call. Or when they log into members area, because again, they just bought a whole bunch of different product. When they log into members area, as soon as they log in, you can have a pop-up. Hey, you just bought, this XYZ product. If you book a call with us, we're going to help you with XYZ. And you can take direct approach, or you can take non-direct approach, whatever you want to do. Or you can have your setter call them directly as well. So if you are collecting phone number on your low ticket offer, as soon as they buy, you can have setter call them right away. Just have a setter call them right away, see what happens. And many times they would not answer the phone because this is a volume game. So many times they're not going to answer the phone. When they do answer, a lot of people are going to be actually booking a call with you. So this is another process, another way way to take them from front end low ticket offer to the back end high ticket offer. So the next way of taking them from low ticket to high ticket is from low ticket to community. So one of the things that you can do is that you can have a free community. So if you buy my book, right? If you buy my SaaS to Profit playbook, if you buy my low ticket offer, if you buy my beekeeping blueprint, right? If you buy my book, you're gonna get a free community. And then this is where we're gonna help you. You're not alone. We're gonna have a whole bunch of different people going through the same thing. You're gonna have that on the sales page. And once they join the community, so what you're gonna do is that after they buy the low ticket offer, you're gonna send a whole bunch of emails like, hey, make sure to join the community, right? After they join the community, you're gonna have setters in there, and you're gonna have yourself or have your setter or have your team member message them, contact them, reach out to them, right? Provide a value in the community and get them active in the community, right? And then reach out to them. By doing so, what's going to happen is that they're going to see a tons of value. Like when they're in the community, they're going to see all of your posts from like the past 2, 3, 4 years, right? And they can join your group. You can ask questions. They're going to comment, right? There's like a whole bunch of interaction that you're going to have, and community really makes that process faster. They're going to see all the people doing the same thing, and they're going to be more active as well. So I think community is a great place to take them in instead of like asking them to like, hey, buy my high ticket offer right away. Like instead of doing all those things, I think you should take them to community first, engage them, provide them value, and then from the community, you can pull them into the back-end sales process, because by the time they hop on a call with the setter and the closer, they would already be sold. Like they would know like, oh, this guy is legit. Like, okay, I'm buying from this company. So the next way is one of my favorite actually, is from low ticket offer to, let's say, newsletter or email or whatever you want to call it, to directly to a sales page, or some people call it Google Doc sales process. And this is interesting because this doesn't need a salesperson, okay? But this needs a heavy value. And from Google Doc, you can sell anything from $3,000 to all the way up to $20,000. And I would say the pioneer person who did this first is Alan Soltanic. And I personally went through that process myself. Alan has this group called NHB in Facebook. It's a free Facebook group. He provides a tons of value in there. It's really good Facebook group. And what happens is that people reach out to Alan all the time. And I reached out to him as well. Like, hey, Alan, I love everything you're doing. How can we work with you? And he sent me this Google Doc, which had all the ways I can work with him. One of the ways was to pay him $20,000. And there was a checkout link. So he just sent me a link. I messaged him with a couple of questions, and then I bought it. There was no sales call. There was no setters. There was nothing. It was just a couple of messages and conversation back and forth. I knew the guy was capable. Like he had provided tons of value from the group, right? And he also had newsletter and all those things. So what he can do is that if you have a low ticket offer, if you have a YouTube channel, right? If you have different things, what he can do is that you can get them to, let's say, newsletter or Facebook group or something. You can provide a tons of value, provide so much value that they reach out to you. You're not even asking them. Okay, this is a flip over process. Okay, this is flip over process. On the entire thing from 1 to 5, you've been asking them to book a call. You've been reaching out to them. But on the number 6, what happens is that you flip them. You provide so much value that they're like, hey, how can I work with you? How can I have you give me the feedback on my funnel? That's the way this is gonna work. You provide so much value that they reach out to you. And when they reach out to you, what you're gonna do is that, hey, here's the Google Doc, check it out. Here's how we can work together. And if they're like, this is fantastic, I like it, I wanna work with you, I wanna pay $3,000, I wanna pay $20,000, right? I wanna pay whatever, right? And then you can send them the link separately. You can send them a checkout link and they can just pay. Because you don't need a salesperson many times. Like people buy from the guru, people buy from the expert. And if the expert is directly communicating with you, then that's so much better. So when I say with you, I mean the customer, right? Word to a customer. This is all the way you can do it. I'm sure there are many other ways, and you can mix and max like all those things. You can have mid-ticket offer, you can have this and that, make a whole bunch of different combination from this. But these are some of the most popular ways, and these are some of the ways that I've seen work for myself, for my clients, for my friends in the game, for other people that I've seen who have been running the funnels, and this works pretty good. So high ticket is one of the ways to really scale your offer. If you have high ticket, I know you're going to get to 100,000, 200,000, 500,000 in pretty short amount of time. All right, if you like the video, let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you on the next one.